This is Scotty Sanders, The Life Catalyst. One of my favorite authors is a guy named Dr. Henry Cloud. He wrote the book, The 9 Things You Simply Must Do. By the way, I recommend that book to you. But I don't know if I read this in the book or in an article that he had written subsequent to the book coming out, but he talked about having character that really delivers in the real world. And you know, that's where we live, is the real world. Sometimes I think we can get so theoretical that we forget what it's like to really be out there leading and living our lives. And so I just want to share with you some notes that I had jotted down from this reading from Dr. Henry Cloud that really blessed me, and I think it will be a blessing to you. So here's some things that he talks about having this character that delivers in the real world. He talks about the ability to connect authentically with people, how to be authentic, how to be real, how to connect it that way. You know, and when you're authentic with people, it leads to trust. But that's important that we're all authentic. Another thing he mentions is the ability to be oriented toward the truth. You know, when you orient yourself toward the truth, you look toward telling the truth. Look for situations where you can be truthful, because we all know it's easy to tell a white lie or not be totally truthful about things, but orient yourself toward the truth. And when you do that it leads to really operating in reality. Part of truth is that defining reality for yourself. I love Max Dupree's definition of leadership, is defining reality. So orient yourself toward the truth. Truth about yourself. Speaking the truth in love. Another one he mentions is the ability to work in a way that gets results and that you finish well. That you finish well. That we work toward results. We're productive. We're not just going through life and we just flip through and not care about what we're doing and how we finish. And when you do that, it leads to you reaching your goals. It leads to accomplishing the vision and the mission that God's given to you. So I thought that was a good one. You know, orient yourself toward results and finishing well. Another one that he mentions is the ability to embrace, engage, and deal with the negative. I was having a conversation with a client of mine just yesterday, and I told him that life is difficult. It's full of adversity. It's full of negative things that happen, but how you handle those things is extremely important. And when you do that, it leads to you solving problems, being solution-oriented, and really it leads to transforming those difficulties and adversities. So that's a great one to me. Another one, the ability to be oriented toward growth, your personal growth, about you growing your organization, looking toward what can I do to improve myself, to improve my church, to improve my family, and that leads to an increase, God's favor. And then the last one he mentions, the ability to be transcendent. And that's really a person that can look at the big picture, that can get above things and see the bigger picture that God may have when a difficulty comes or we struggle with something, and kind of removes yourself from the circumstances. You know, we're not reacting, we're more in a responding to seeing what God's doing, so being transcendent. These really bless me, so I want to share these with you, and I think they'll bless you. And I'd encourage you to check out Henry Cloud's book, 9 Things You Simply Must Do. Well, listen, this is the Life Catalyst. You can find out more of what we do at lifecatalyst.consulting.com.